what a childhood dream comes to fruition in the last month or so. That's the story of Nathan McSweeney. Get your Brisbane Heat tickets at Ticketek today. And Nathan McSweeney, an Australian Test player, we can now say that. Michael, he's on the line. G'day, Nathan.
Hey, guys. How you going?
How you going, mate? Back in the squad to go to Sri Lanka. How's the preparation coming along?
Yeah, super excited. Haven't been able to prepare a whole heap as of yet. Obviously got a couple of important games to go for the Brisbane Heat to hopefully make the BBL finals for the boys, and then off to Dubai after our last round game. So I guess got definitely an eye on Sri Lanka, but important job to do for the Heat before I head off.
How was the mindset going back to the Heat, mate, after your couple of tests?
Yeah, obviously, really disappointing to miss out the last two tests. But I guess Brisbane, is home to my mum and dad and close family members, so I probably wasn't in a better place. I could have friends and family to bounce off, and to get straight back out in the cricket field wasn't the worst thing. And to play with some of my good mates as well, who I grew up playing cricket with, was awesome. So. As much as it was disappointing, it was nice to get back on the field, and now I've got a bit of time to reflect, and now go again in Sri Lanka.
Long career in front of you, I've got no doubt about that, Nathan. And tough. How hard was it? You don't typically open, and you got thrown you had to face that new ball. How hard was that?
It was very difficult. Jasper Brummer's definitely the best bowler in the world at the moment. And I felt pretty comfortable against, most bowlers, and obviously he was, a bit of a standout in the series is probably an understatement. So, he was tough work, no doubt. I think, batting three and opening still, there is little differences, but, my preparation's the same as if I was batting three where I normally bat in Shield cricket. So, it was tough work, no doubt, but hopefully if I get another chance, I'll be better for it.
What did you learn about your game?
I think, for me, I was, felt pretty comfortable in that, I tried to execute what I do in Shield cricket. I didn't try and be anyone I wasn't, which I could probably live with the results that way. I think, I learned that I've got to put, good bowlers under pressure somehow. Whether that be using my feet in the crease or, playing a few more shots that I wouldn't normally play early in my innings, to just try and, put a little bit more pressure on the other bowlers. So something I'll take into the training, in Dubai, preparing for Sri Lanka and going forward.
Chatting to Nathan McSweeney, Australian Test batsman. Just getting back to Jasper Bumrah. And he's got a bit of a quirky run-up. He doesn't bolt in like most people. It's a bit of an abbreviated run-up. But what is it about him? Like, why is he so hard to face for so many people? What is the difference in Bumrah compared to, most other bowlers?
Yeah, I think it's, probably a few things. Like, his action is, quite unique. He's got the ability to bowl, mid-140s. He can swing the ball both ways. But the thing that I noticed was just his accuracy, and similar to Scotty Boland, like, they just don't seem to bowl many bad balls, and they're always challenging defence. So he's probably got, ball speed, can swing it both ways, and his ability to put the ball in the right area consistently is pretty amazing. So, he's a special bowler, and hopefully I get another chance to try and have another crack at it.
We had Steve Smith on yesterday, and he spoke about the fact that he doesn't have to adjust too much in between the forms of the games. Obviously, he's played lots of cricket, but he said, you pick up pieces of T20. There's a bit of everything in the way he plays. What about you, mate? Do you adjust the way you play when you go from, that Test series into back playing for the Heat?
I'm probably not too dissimilar to Steve. Like, I think my game in the Heat, I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I try and play good cricket shots for as long as I can, and the odd ramp and the odd, reverse sweep, which are things that you probably have to add into your training. But my game's probably based around, I'm not trying to clear the fence first ball as such, so I can give myself a little bit of time and play some good cricket shots. So I don't have to tinker too much. It's probably just more of a mindset. And in looking forward, it's probably not a bad thing to take, a little bit more, positive options into my long form as well. So I'm really enjoying it.
The last Test series, we're chatting with Nathan McSweeney, it was either McSweeney or Constas. I've got no doubt the next 10 years we're going to see a lot of McSweeney and Constas. Quite often you'll be batting together based on the batting order. I've got no doubt about that the next 10 years. But Nathan, I mean, you're human, right? So you get that taste playing for Australia and then Constas comes in on Boxing Day. How hard is that to watch?
Yeah. It's a weird one. I think I played a couple of Australia A games with Sammy and, we got on really well. And, when I got the opportunity, he sent me a text and, and obviously when he got the opportunity, I reached out and I think I'm a cricket lover and it was amazing to watch. It looked like a pretty impressive atmosphere at the MCG on your first test, and to take the risk he did and execute them the way he did was amazing. And as we saw, it put them under pressure, and they started bowling, balls that we hadn't seen that series. So credit to him, he took it on and got the team off to a great start. And the last two tests, we won. So it's never, I guess, a nice feeling to get dropped. And initially, you're probably, you're not that happy, and It's hard to watch at times. But the longer it goes on, the more you can reflect and take it for what it is.
I found that interesting that you watched. A lot of players might switch the TV off or get away from it, but you sat down and watched the Test match unfold.
Yeah, for sure. I've got heaps of mates that play in that team, and as much as it is disappointing, I probably didn't watch every ball, as intently as I used to, but in and around BBL, it's all we talk about is Test cricket and who's got to win, who's not got to win. So it was awesome.
Mate, the big BBL, as you said, there's plenty at stake there. It is very, very close, this competition ladder, and you're right in the mix there. You're off to Sri Lanka for the Test series. Mate, congratulations for what you've achieved at this point. I've said this many times in the interview, but I've got no doubt we're going to see a lot of Nathan McSweeney in the Australian colours moving forward. All the best for the Brisbane Heat, all the best in Sri Lanka. And Nathan McSweeney, thanks for joining us and spending your time with us on SEN.
No worries, guys. Thanks for having me.